G'day guys, what's going on? Super here, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my round 2 review. I scored 2,172 in the top 23% and went up the ranks around 26k spots. Another stitch up of a week I would suggest, but at least we're slowly going up the ranks. Hopefully we can get a massive turnaround once our team is fully repaired. We still have a couple things to change this week, but after this week we should be pretty set to start going up the ranks. But yeah, anyway, I went with the VC on Sean Darcy. Didn't he play great? Oh wait, yeah, he didn't play great at all, did he? Big stitch up. I think I was looking at him at I think it was about quarter time or maybe even half time. I think he was on about -2, and I was like, are you kidding me? What are you doing, Darcy? I thought he'd be the guy, the VC, because last time he played West Coast. Wait, did he play West Coast? No, he's playing West Coast this week, but I mean last time he played North Melbourne, he scored like 178 or something, so I was like, oh, easy VC option on him. Didn't even ton up, that's just really bad. Maybe one to watch. Definitely in the chopping block situation, but I think I've got bigger issues than getting rid of Darcy. At the end of the day, he's a premium ruck, but yeah, he hasn't really been scoring like one. So I think I'll give him another week just because he does have that match up with West Coast this week, and they really don't actually have a ruckman. So, it'll be another last chance for him, really, see if he plays well or not. Otherwise, I might have to trade him out to an English or someone like that, but just not really sure what to do. I don't think we've been given the good rucks this year, but, we do have Rowan Marshall over here who's playing pretty well, which is good to see. If you don't have him, definitely would bring him in because he's cheap and he's going to be a good pick. Anyway, I'll go over the side. So I had the C on Tom Green. A bit of a letdown that game. Well, especially for my multi, but anyway, thought the Giants would actually win that game, but they didn't. Tom Green and Canelio got about the same, so a bit of a stitch up. I thought Tom Green was in for at least a 130, but, they actually lost the game, surprisingly, so that was a bit of a surprise, but well. But in defence, we've got Doherty with a 73. I'm pretty sure that historically he doesn't actually play that well against the Cats. Bit annoying that, he didn't score that well compared to Sard. Sard stole like most of his points, which is annoying. Hopefully that's not going to keep happening. But I think, yeah, Doherty should bounce back this week anyway against the Giants. Then Nick Dacos, bloody hell. Luckily I bought him in last week. Jesus. He's tearing it up. He's actually in the Brownlow contention now. I didn't even realise how good he was. But yeah, it wasn't that silly not starting him. But yeah, it's probably kind of a blessing in disguise that, Tom Stewart was injured, so we could trade him to Dacos and, fix up the team. But he's one of those blokes now where you've got to think about putting the VC on him every week. Could be a captain option. But yeah, he'll probably definitely start getting tagged now, which is unfortunate. But, they tried to tag him and he still scored a 149, so that's unreal from him. And then we got Jones. He got 76. It's all right. Pretty sure Crozier got like a 93 or something, so bit annoying there as well. Kind of wish I had Crozier instead of Jones, but it is what it is. Hopefully he can bounce back this week and get a 90 for the first time of the season. And then Gimby, he played great as well. Got a 76. Everyone's got him, so yeah, that's great. And then McKenna, definitely someone to bring into your side if you don't have him. He's been a great pick so far. He's going to make a shit ton of money, hopefully. And then we also have Constable, 67, not too bad. Wilmot on the bench with 68, which is great for the break even. And yeah, Cowan got 51, not bad. So all my rookies are playing in defence, which is good. Most people should have these guys as well. I was actually considering looking at Jeremy McGovern
bit of a pod here. He's 483k. He's scored 108, 116. Just one of those guys I'm gonna have a look at. I reckon maybe I do bring him into my side as a bit of a pod. I have to wait and see how he goes, but I'm starting to like the look of him. He's got in 2% of teams. There's not that many other clear options in defence, I reckon, for top 6 defenders really. He could potentially push up into that. But yeah, Dacos is obviously one of the blokes that will be a top 6. Sure. Anyway, in the midfield, we got Laird. He finally bounced back, which is great. People that would have traded him out would absolutely be spewing, but it's great to see him bounce back. I think he just had a stomach bug or something in the first round, because it was definitely not the Laird we were used to seeing. But yeah, 147, great stuff from Laird. He's just going to keep this up for the rest of the season, I hope. And then Bontempelli, didn't actually watch that game. I think they lost to the Saints, which was a bit of a surprise. But yeah, good on the Saints. We love to see it when North Melbourne and St Kilda winning games. Good on them. And us Cats, we can't even win a bloody game this year, so it's a bit annoying. But glad to see North Melbourne get up and St Kilda. Good on them. It's what you love. Good for footy. Anyway, Cogs got 107. Went over him. Yeah, I thought he'd score a bit more. I think he had about 25 touches or something, but it's not too much of a worry. Just another premium that we've got in the forward line. But yeah, he's obviously not on my forward line at the moment, but probably swing him in later on in the year. Probably just keep him in the midfield for the minute. And then, Green was my captain. Haven't really nailed the captain pick yet, so hopefully I can nail it this week. And then we got Hopper. Yeah, I think he actually really turned it around last week. He came out, gave us a great score, which is good, so that's going to regenerate his cash flow. Nothing really bad about the pick. The only issue is might miss this week's game with a knee injury, I think it is, but we should have cover, hopefully. Then Callaghan. So I was actually keeping an eye on Callaghan because I needed him to get 20 touches or something. I think he got 19, but he was out for most of the game because of, I think it was a shoulder injury or something. But yeah, he's just one of those guys, He did manage to get a lot of touches at the end of the game, but he was missing for a fair bit, so I think that affected his score because he, had a lot of turnovers. So it's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Might have to trade him out this week for Setterfield. That's probably a good idea, but it probably will bite me. He is a good player. It's just I don't think he's going to make as much money as Setterfield or a Warple, so maybe I should just flick him out of the team. But he does have that -8 break even. Did score 100 last week, so it was kind of injured this week. So just one of those guys I'm not sure about what to do with. And then Ashcroft, he bounced back, which was great. First 100 of the year, so that's great to see. Mackenzie only scored the 52. Most people would have him. It's a bit of a surprise, really. And then, Baker's got a 55. Chess is playing garbage, which sucks. Only got 27. Not good for Supercoach. And, Davey got 45. And then we had Marshall and Darcy. I've already went over these guys, but, might have to get rid of Darcy if he keeps playing like this. But, he's known for having a couple stinking scores. A couple bad scores. I think last year he had a 51 and a 59 in there. He's kind of inconsistent sometimes, but then he'll come out and pump out some massive scores, which, round 9 he got a 51 and then he got a 134, so probably in for that sort of situation this week. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Dunkley played great. Rosie was alright, but yeah, they got smashed. Taranto was alright as well. Wasn't the greatest though. Goulden played pretty good with a 107. And then we had my guy Tanner Bruin. Bloody hell, I was frustrated. you know, we had a chance of going forward in the end, and he kicked it down the full, and I lost my shit. But it's all good. Yeah, he's one of our younger players, so not really much you can do. His time on ground isn't the greatest, so if he was playing a bit more on ground, he'd get a higher score. But yeah, he's not actually playing that much on the field, so it's a bit of a stitch up, really. Probably have to get rid of him this week. I can't risk holding him another week. And then Sheasel's been great. It's just so annoying that I didn't start him. He was in my team for like most of the preseason, but then I just decided, I'll go with the hype of like a Flanders, and I messed up my team. So that's what happens, when you just get caught on the FOMO and stuff like that for round one. Everyone else has him, but yeah, I should have just gone with my gut and picked Sheasel. Then we've got Fergus Green on the bench. He's going to keep getting games, hopefully, for Hawthorn. Should come out, kick some goals this week against North, you would reckon. But yeah, Chandler, he's been a good rookie. Glad I picked him. Just one of those blokes I don't have to worry about bringing in. But yeah, that's all right. And yeah, so we're left with 33 trades. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that I've only got 33 already. I've had to use a boost, which is quite frustrating, but at least my team is nearly fixed, so I can actually start doing some good changes after this round. But 188k in the bank, so we'll probably have to get rid of Tanner Bruin, I'd suggest. So I think Zeeble was one of those guys that he's probably a must-have, I would say, at this point, especially when he's going to be getting the DPP swing. When I was watching him play, kind of reminded me of like a Dangerfield type in a way, like where he dives over the ball and stuff like that. He seemed like really aggressive, and he's the big body type of player, so I was a bit surprised about that. He looked pretty good, so obviously not like Dangerfield this year. He doesn't look any good, but yeah, Zeebel's looking like a 2020 Dangerfield in a way, but I'm just making up crap at this point. But yeah, he does look pretty good. That's who he reminded me of. Just trying to have a look at his scores. Was that one season where he was playing in defence, I think, and he's scoring unbelievable scores. That was ages ago, was it? 2021. Yeah, he had some great scores in here. But yeah, definitely a bloke that, I want to have in my side. I think that Aaron Hall, when he comes back, I doubt he's going to really affect Zeebel's role, but probably might be a bit of a concern because they'll have all those guys back in defence, like Hall, Sheasel's in there now, and Zeebel, and who is it? The other guy, the captain. Bloody, can't remember his name. Is it Luke McDonald? Yeah, that guy. He's alright as well. Davey Zuniak has been killing it. It's kind of frustrating not owning him. Definitely someone to look out for. And yeah, so if I do this trade, I've got 32 left and 148k. I mean, 43, sorry, I'm bloody tired. But anyway, I'd probably have to go Callaghan to Setterfield at this point because just got to get him in, I reckon. He's pumping out like massive numbers, like primo numbers here. So we'll bring in Setterfield, get rid of Callaghan. Probably a bit of a stupid move, but I feel like it's the start of the season, need that cash gen, and Setterfield is playing unbelievable footy, so got the same score as Laird, which is crazy. Definitely someone to bring in this week. I don't want to miss out on him. I don't think there's been a time where there's a guy around 350k scoring this much points in round 2, so definitely want to bring him into your side. But yeah, if Hopper is out, we'll probably just have to swing him onto the bench, and then I'll just move. We'll put Gordon up here in the midfield for the moment, and then we can field Chandler, and that'll be the side. Pretty happy with it now. Just hopefully Darcy can come back and pump out a 130 or something this week would be ideal. We'd have a look at the captain options. Might even just chuck the VC on Dacos at this point. He's just absolutely killing it.
into a Laird maybe. What's his previous scores? Yeah, not too bad, but probably want something a bit higher than that. Bontempelli against the Lions could be an option. It hasn't had the best pass record, I guess. Cornelio, I know that Kelly scores well against Carlton, but yeah, it depends if he's back or not. Definitely want to consider him if you've got him. But yeah, I feel like Tom Green's in for a big one this week for some reason against Carlton. What about Rowan Marshall? He's got Draper. Could be a big one. The past doesn't suggest that, but yeah, it's a bit of a hard one this week, I'd say. Maybe even a Dunkley against his old team. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Hasn't played him before here, obviously. Yeah, so I'll probably do something like this. Go a Dacos into a Laird. A bit of a risk, but why not? Dacos is pretty much playing like the best player in the league at the moment, so might as well just play the risk. Yeah, these are some guys I have on my watch list at the moment. We'll get rid of Zeeble and Setterfield because they're likely to come into my side. Lockie Neal hasn't been playing the greatest. Clayton Oliver, hopefully I can get him in at some point. In 41% of teams, far out. Yeah, he's been doing really good actually, and I didn't think he was going to score a 135 in that Brisbane game with the lights going out, But it was a bit of a surprise, really. He didn't have any clearances until like the last quarter, and then he still managed to get a 135, which was a bit of a shock. But anyway, this is the side at the moment. I might have to look at Jack Bowes, keep my eye out on him as well. We'll have to see. Probably won't have the money for him though. That's the only issue. Does have a -1 break even, but he was actually taking the kickouts for the Cats, which was a bit of a surprise. He got one at 108. So that could be actually an option because with Stewart out and Henry and all them, he's actually a chance of like taking the kick-ins. It's him and Tui. So yeah, Bowes is going to make a fair bit of cash if he's going to be taking in the kick-ins for the Cats. But I just don't know who I'd trade for Bowes. Maybe like if Jones can go up a little bit more in price, score like a 90 or something, I can just flip him to Bowes. Hopefully, that I don't have enough money for that, but I'll probably do that if I can. Otherwise, we'll just have to wait and see what he actually scores this week and if he's got that kick-in roll or not. But yeah, I know that Tui likes to take the kick-ins as well because, they like how he can just boot it up the whole ground, which is good. But anyway, I don't know what's gone wrong with my internet. But yeah, this is probably what my lineup will be this week, guys. Obviously, we wait and see on the team reveals. But yeah, hopefully you guys are going better than me and high up in the ranks. But this is my side. I think I'll be finally happy with my team. Hopefully I'm not trading out anyone else. But yeah, hopefully you guys are going well, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.